Hello, all my lovelies. We're back again, and now that I have this on, we can get us into position for our octopus. If you haven't seen him, he's coming along quite well. We got some tentacles now. Yay! So how's everybody doing in chat tonight? Looks like we got 3 of you popped in on me. And just so you know, things are a little bit laggy tonight, so I don't know what's going on. We just thought we'd have a few issues. You know, just like every night. Oh, my camera is just a little too high. Where's my back scratcher? Watch me just pop this thing right off. What do you think? Just keeps going right back. Come on down. Stay. It stayed. Okay, yes, we're working. Okay, so I gotta get my light here so that you can see my piece. I added some nipple clamps. They have Velcro on them, so they will hold my piece up so that you guys can see it as soon as I figure out where the camera needs to go. But we have there we go. And then that's really not going to be in my way, so that's going to be kind of nice for a change. So we finished out the purple, and then we started working on our pink, and we filled in that tentacle, so he's really looking good. But this is what our mandala octopus looks like, or will look like. It's not what he looks like yet. He's getting there. But this is Mandala Octopus from Awesome Pattern Studios with Love. They are on Etsy, and they have lots of awesome patterns. I have done the mandala snail, so you will probably hear me say that instead of octopus a lot because, well, I did it. So I have my, oh, it's coming off. And actually that's too far over. I'll end up stabbing myself right in the chest. So that's where I stab my needle. It just really looks dark tonight. I don't know. Oh well. But we are going to go ahead and continue on with our pink. So I've got our pink already cut from the last time. And we're going to go ahead and pull one out. And again, kind of does the accordion effect here on the back. And if it starts to get tight, just grab the end and kind of pull it, and then it should start again. And we will get our ends matched up. Lick and stick. Get our needle all loaded. Ignore the talking in the background. We have company. Not my company, but company just the same. I tried a new music area and it's just not working for me. And this is on streamer mode on. So when they come back and say, you're using our copyright stuff, I can say, well, I paid for it. So here we are with our pink, and we've got the loop at the end. So this is how we're going to do our lock stitch. And where are we going to start? move my design just a little closer so that my eyes can see it. Everything's down to the right. No wonder I can't see anything. You'll have to excuse me. I'm really gonna reach now. Okay, there we go. Now we can see our design. I think I said we were going to start around the head when I left you last time. And if anyone's here, if that music's too loud, just let me know. Okay. And I think we are going to start around the head. Looks like a good spot as any. And so back here where our purple was, you can see my needle there. Looks like we're going to be going right there. And I think I'm going to move everything over to the right a little bit so I'm facing forward more. Oh, you can actually see my... Oh, it's on that camera. So you can actually see my light. How'd that happen? Okay. So we are going to be working in this area. We'll do our first stitch. Oh, I didn't think about this. It's Velcro to my shirt. So every time I need to turn it over, I'm going to have to unvelcro myself. So there's our lock stitch. And then we will turn it back over and I'll load my chest back up. That sounds wonderful. Oh, please say I didn't get rid of that, please. I did. Fantabulous. I de-threaded my needle. So that means we're going to have to lick and stick again. Hey, Purple Soap, I'm so glad you could come here tonight. I got to show you something. Because it's just so totally me, right? So I was having trouble with my rig, and it kept slipping down. I have binder clip Velcro boobs. Ha ha ha. So now, I Velcro my rig right there, and it's not going to move. You just gotta love Velcro. You know me and my Velcro, I got it everywhere. I had to bring down my big Velcro roll and play. Oh, you're on the computer, so you can type faster then. It is so me, isn't it? Anyone who doesn't know me, oh, you have no idea. It's worse than you think. Okay, so I figured out where we're going to start. And we'll go down to the third one, which is there. You know what? Mom has a headache too. So I don't know what that's all about, because y'all had your COVID shot way too long ago for that to be a problem. Oh, weather change, I didn't think about that. This thing's really starting to piss me off. I have my music in the background, but it keeps stopping. I don't know why. So I got some alert, right? It said that you're using copyright material. I'm like, say what? I pay Monster Cat monthly. It's only $5. But so that I can use their music and not have to worry about copyright. And then the backgrounds that I use are free with the Twitch Prime. And I don't show my pattern online, so I don't know what's going on. Hey, Steger! This is Steger. He's the 45th follower. We need 5 more to hit affiliate. Not sure kind of what happens after tonight, because, well, I still have to get 50, but I think after tonight, the rest of my stream stuff, like, resets. So, we'll see. It's an adventure, I tell ya. Oh, my butler said I had to have a drink. No, and here's the thing. So it does not say what was copyright, and if I put in a dispute, it says careful, because if you put in a dispute, then that gives them the right to review it, and if they truly find copyright, then you could be liable. And I'm like, okay, so if I just do nothing, I'm cool, right? I don't get it. Alright, I could do nothing. Okay, we're gonna have to mess with the camera, guys, because it's right in my face, and that's a problem. Why is that moving there like that? I'm just gonna swing you all over the place, guys, I'm sorry. Until I figure this out. Cake is done! Hey, hey, hey! It's gonna be a good day tomorrow! Yep, that's on the edge of the table. But I had this all fixed. Alright, that's better. So we are now, like I said, working on the... It is the best. Pineapple upside down, right? No. So I get this message that said, I slept longer than I thought, so I'm gonna come out tomorrow. And I said, okay, well, just FYI, Purple Soap's coming out tomorrow at noon. And I got a KK, which is like his okay. So, he may be here, he may be dropping by afterwards. I'm just kind of in the dark, I don't know. I just hang out till someone visits me. I'm so lonely. So, that's it. Well, I have one viewer, which must be you. So I'm gonna go over here real quick and post in a few places. See if they have any. You won't stay long. Well, you're not gone, are you? No, Onyx doesn't like me gone for long. He can come in there, can he? I'm just saying, I'm not like saying you have to stay. Oh, I know why I'm so stupid. I can't figure out where the places to post this appropriately are. Boop. There's one place. Share zone. That looks like a good place to share. Boop. We'll see if we can't get this in a few different areas. See if we can get anybody else to come join us. Self-promo. That would be where I want to be. Boop. Just going down the list here. Boop. I don't have any more really. Goose is supposed to come on at 2. Well, no, it's midnight tonight. Oh, you texted Kim. Yeah, she needs to get on here. I need her. I need her follow, man. Share your recipes. I don't think I can do. Oh, yep. Don't have see, and now it's quiet again. Just can't figure it out. I'm telling you, I can't. I can't. I can't. But it's gonna drive me nuts. Why does it go to the end and stop? We'll see if that works. If I put streamer mode on, it looks like it stops. Okay, but we're going to continue stitching. I was wondering if I'd see any of the chapter members come on, but haven't seen anybody yet. So we're kind of working on the back of his head, neck right now. Almost looks like the light's too bright. Let me turn it down. It's kind of washing it out a little bit. Give it a second for it to catch up on the video. That looks good. I could go down one more. I have to remember that first click is like the brightest bright light you can possibly get. I can't even stitch like that when I'm using it on my own. Okay. The lighting is a constant thing for me. Because one of two things. Either it hurts my eyes or I can't see and it bleaches everything out. Alright, so we've got, this is going to be a group of 4 here. But then it's going to come out. Well, I hope you get to sleep tonight. I actually put in my invoice. Had a heck of a time trying to nap. Mama of Max. Yes, she is. My hand is getting in the way here. I'm gonna turn. So there's only 2. We have this kind of curve that's we're gonna be filling in X's. So sometimes it's gonna be 2, and sometimes it's gonna be the whole 4 square. I started having that restless leg again, and I had to sit on the edge of my bed and put pressure on my legs. And then, when I finally decided I was able to go to sleep, I laid down, and Ivy jumped up in the bed. I laid down on my side, so Ivy jumped up on the bed and laid behind my knees, and then Bug jumped up and laid in front. So I was pinned down by the blanket, but I was warm. I mean, I give them that. They did do their warm-up duty. But I was like, oh my gosh, my knees are killing me. I couldn't figure out why. And then it hit me. I had planned on taking my meds this morning when I came into the office for the meeting this morning. guess who got sidetracked? Yeah, that girl. So I just took my meds this evening. I mean, I know I'm cutting back, but wow. I thought I'm not going to be able to stream very well tonight. I'll be screaming while I'm streaming. Oh, they'll be back. They'll be back. Okay, let's see what this puppy's doing now. It stopped again. The little rat bastard. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, I think they came back after a few days the last time, didn't they? It didn't last very long. This is the next day, wasn't it? So this is a 4. And we're going to have to come up because there was one. It looks like we're going to do 3 on this, so it's going to look kind of funny, but it's because of that curve that I told you about. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way with the they're just going on vacation. I highly doubt they got kicked out, but that'd be nice. You and Onyx and all your neighbors could sleep without police getting called. So do we have anybody else in here? Looks like we got 4 viewers. If you would like to chat, feel free to jump right in. I am also in my Discord. Exclamation Discord. If you would like. And you can actually talk to me directly. So if you put exclamation point Discord in the chat, it will give you the link to the Discord. And that is my server where you can log in and talk. Or you can just type. So it looks like we're getting pretty close to being done with this area of pink. And Sane Tadelf should probably be in here because he's the one who chose our pink. I should probably not be working on it. That way I'm doing the pink. Do you have to create another login? What for? Oh, for Discord? Yeah, you could probably use the same one you got. It's its own yeah, it's its own site basically. So we are going to do 4 right here, and I think that's done. Wish I had Butler on voice command. You keep logging in, I'm going to make you a moderator. Put you to work, like I do in the real world. There's no pay either. It's funny, the other day I told Chase he might have to stop and get me a box of those Halo cutie oranges. And I said Halo cutie, and he's like, "What's that?" And someone else who was on his Discord said, "Oranges, man, oranges." Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. I think we're gonna go ahead. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and lock this off. We are done with the pink in this area, and I think we're done with pink for a while. we'll go ahead and stop. And then if Insane Hate Elf comes around, we can start on it again. But there's a different color we could work on. So I spent some time because the way this pattern was, there's like one color and it is so so light on the print that I couldn't hardly see it. So I had to sit here with the magnifying glass on the light here because it's the light shining on the project actually has a magnifying glass on the top. I had to sit here with that on and uh, look around for this symbol so that, so that I could figure out where it was because it was so light. And so I went through the whole design and I put little dots everywhere. And I'm going to have to get some more tea very shortly. Okay, so that color was, I didn't fix it on the other side. It is a green, so we're going to go ahead and do that because it's pretty color green. It's like a lime. We're going to go ahead and work on this one because I'd like to really get that done and off my plate. It's just so hard to see. And it's amazing how many places it actually is. I was like, wow. So, once we get our thread out, we sit here and smash it. And that, as you can see, kind of breaks the threads apart. And then we can grab one. It will accordion on the back side. And when it comes out, it's going to spring back. There we go. Isn't that fun? Then we throw it to the side. And we put our ends together. Maybe. And see, the music stopped again. It isn't letting you join. Well, that is not a good thing. There's a welcome who joined. Yes? It says you've joined. It won't let you join the crafters section? What do you mean it won't let me join? It says welcome purple soap. My welcome bot says you joined. Purple soap just landed. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so we have our loop. So we can do our lock stitch. Oh, that pink was hiding back there. We're going to tuck that away. So we are not going to be using it for a moment. And everybody just... It's funny, it keeps saying unstable. We have an unstable connection, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I not surprised? Now you can't get into disc. Alright. Well, I got nothing, because I actually do show that you joined. It's for an unstable person. Well, then, heck, I probably live there. Okay, so we're going to come back over here. The color that we're putting in is actually going to fill in a lot of this tentacle. So that's part of the reason why I chose it. The other part is, like I said, it's just, well, here, I'll show you part of the design. So you can see the dot, because I went through with a green, um, let's see if I can't get that closer. Where's the, I went through with a green pen and put dots. But you can't see any symbol in there. And so finding where the symbol is versus where a blank spot is, I was like, wow, that's like impossible. So we're going to go ahead and do our lock stitch on the back. Oh, my knee is really bugging me tonight. Of course, so is this music. Trying to see if they have any. Oh, wow. Alrighty. Okay, so we'll try this site. It's going to put the songs in chat, so that allows us to use their music without copyright issues, which is important. And my rig is... I need a little bit more space. Okay. Alright, we're all stuck together now. So we are going to go ahead and if that music's too loud, you just let me know, because it's a new site. Alright, or if you can't hear it or whatever, we'll figure it out. But this fills in pretty well here. Now it's going to move every time I breathe because it's stuck to my chest. But our mandala octopus, you know, my mom looked at it today and she said she was surprised on the size. Let's see if I can see the total size this is supposed to be. So it's really, it's going to be 7.31 inches from side to side and 5 inches tall. So it's really not that big. It looks big only because of the camera. You know how cameras can play tricks on you. Well, I'm playing a big trick on you. I'm making this look like it's a really big, in-depth design going on here. I was hoping I'd see my goose in here tonight, but it looks like the goose has flown the coop. He's going to be streaming, so he's probably resting up. Oh, I have a new follower. Taro OCE. Is that an exclamation point on there? Well, welcome new follower. Appreciate the follow, really. That brings us down to, what, 4 followers now? Moving right along. Once I hit 50, we'll at least be at the affiliate level then. I think I probably need to change my title. But then I'd have to figure out how to do that, because I don't think I've ever changed it. You think you're on Discord now. Okay. Well, to the left, there is a place that's called Crafters. And if you're in my server, you will see me in there. Yes, you are there. And I have sent you a friend request. So once you go to the server, if you want, you can click on the crafters area that you see my picture. You better accept my friend request. It says, Purple Soap accepted your friend request. That'd be a good idea. Alright. So we are continuing. You can see the filling in happening with that lime green color. It actually stands out pretty good up against that pink. Well, then you're moving right along. Yeah, I'm gonna hold your boots for ransom. I keep saying that. I don't know what I'm gonna do when you actually get your boots. To figure out something else to hold ransom. I'll just be your friend. I don't need to hold anything ransom. Alright, so we have finished that row. We're going to work our way back, crossing. Now, what you're going to see me do on the next row is I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit because I want to end over on this side. And as it's going, I'm going to be stitching right to left, sorry, left to right, and then crossing back, and then I'll be stuck down here. So I'm going to do a little creative selection on where I'm putting my stitches so that I can end where I want to end. So we're going to finish that row. Should I see? No, you will not see anything that I'm doing. It is simply a messaging system. It allows you to talk to me when I'm online, sort of like our Teams. It does the same thing. We can share screens, we can talk. So if you go into, you'll see my picture on one of those channels. If it has a speaker on the channel, that means that is a voice channel, which allows you to talk. Yep, talk without typing. You'll actually be heard by everybody else on the stream. If you're in something with a hashtag, that's a typing. You can just post messages like a message board. This is your Discord 101. While we stitch, I'll teach you how to play on your Discord. And so this is just like my personal Teams location here. So I noticed while I was doing this, I found some areas that were white, because remember I couldn't tell the difference between what areas were white and what areas were this color. And I found the areas that were blank. Now I hate designs that do that, because it just doesn't look complete to me. So when this is all said and done, I will go back and fill in those areas with whatever color tickles my fancy, whichever one I think will look good. So we are moving back, and then I am going to, on this next row, this is the row I'm going to actually stitch each X as I go, instead of going across the line and back, because I want to get to the other side. So like the chicken that crossed the road, well, this is the cross stitcher who crossed the fabric. So we only have 3 in this row, and then we start hopping to the other side of these purple stripes, basically. That's 2. We need to get some more viewers in here. Down to 2 viewers. We did Friday night was a hopping night, man. We had 6 people in here. We was having a party. Okay, so there we go with that. And yep, now we're gonna hop back. Now we're gonna do what I like to call stair steps. You don't really have to remember much, because it kind of zigzags up and down all the way. So we start at the bottom here, and see, that's why I wanted to be so close. That way I didn't have to drag my floss so far across the back. And we're going to stair step our way up. And once we get, I believe it's even with the top. Let me look real quick. Yep, even with the top. We'll do 1 to the right beside it, and then we'll work our way crossing back down. And see, the other thing you can do purple is once you have you can even put Discord on your phone, and then you could be anywhere. You could lurk, which basically means leaving your computer on the Twitch channel, which shows you as a viewer, and then you can walk around with Bluetooth in your ear, or you don't have to be on Twitch at all and just talk to me on Discord, just like a phone call. Well, I have a little knot there. What's going on? It's a tiny knot. We're going to see if we can go ahead and, I feel it as I'm stitching. We're going to just make sure that we place that knot on the back. And because I want to have it on the back, it means I have to stitch out of order. If you talk, I should be able to. You might have to go into settings and deal with your output so that you can have your mic pick you up. Sometimes I have to do that a few times. Alright, so now, what is going on here? I can't see in the low level light. I did that one. Ah, it's because is that really blank, or is it a stitch? We're going to go ahead and stitch it. I can't tell, honestly. So, because I'm planning on filling in all the blank spots anyhow, we're just going to go ahead and do it.
So can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Awesome.
Everybody can hear you. That's a scary thing.
I don't know about that.
I know, right? Get us two together, it's a problem. We're like our own comedy. So Purple Soap is in the Discord with me. If you would like to join the Discord, feel free. Or you can type. I like to read things too. See, now you can walk around and Onyx will be none the wiser.
Right now, as I'm on my headphones on the computer.
Ah. So you'll have to download the app to your phone. So we are going to go ahead and cross back for as long as our gloss will allow us. Well, at least this music is working, because I'm telling you what. Oh man, I lost it. The monster cat, it just kept like playing one song and then stopping. It's like, what's going on? I can't just keep coming back here to hit play the next song. So have you done everything you needed to do?
Me?
Yeah.
Well,
For this
if
evening.
I'm,
let me put it that way. For this evening.
oh. Other than get rid of this headache.
Have you taken anything for it?
Yes, I have.
That's my favorite question to ask every time someone tells me they have a headache. So we are gonna run this under
Twice today.
at least 4, 5 or 6 as your preference is. And definitely indigo. Welcome to the stream. Indigo's a pretty color. Boy, we're into colors. We got purple soap here, and now indefinite indigo. Indefinitely indigo. Can't forget the Lee. Can't forget the Lee. So we are going to smack the top of this and try to get this apart. And it will spring out again.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Wow, we do have a party in here now. We got merry-go-round and purple soap. Are you still watching the stream though? We have to confer to answer that question. And definitely indigo. Thank you for following me. Wow. Okay, well that's 2 new followers tonight. No, 3. 3. So that puts me at needing 3 more. We are moving faster than a snail. So we went ahead and put our ends together. So we have our loop here. And you can feel free to talk if you're in chat. If not, I'll just, that's fine. But I'm going to keep rambling on about my stitching every now and then. But at least you don't have to type. How's Grandma Snail?
What about Grandma Snail?
I didn't hear you. How is Grandma Snail?
I can barely hear you. I don't know what I've done wrong.
You're on the phone, right?
Yes.
On the side of the phone. Did you try turning me up?
Yes.
Let me see what I'm set at.
That's all right.
It's funny because you're kind of quiet too.
I can hear pretty good.
You can hear?
Hi, Mom. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got It's
Maybe
on
it's
speaker
you.
from Indefinitely Indigo, so they can hear you too. Do you have it on speakerphone, Mom?
No. Would I have to go all the way back to my... Wait a minute, let me see. Oh, what's that?
Okay, so we're
See,
moving along.
I hear her pretty good. Am I still quiet to you, Michelle?
No, I hear you okay.
Snail?
Yep, that's good.
Okay.
And you can say my name, that's okay. You love this pattern, thank you. So this is the, it's called Mandala Octopus. Let's see if you can put it down so you can see. That's what we've gotten done so far. And this will be what it'll look like when we're done, hopefully. So this is from Awesome Pattern Studios. I got it off of Etsy. They have a lot of awesome patterns. A lot of different mandalas of all kinds of animals. I mean, come on. I'm working on an octopus, and the last one I did was a snail. So they probably have the animal is in your favorite category. I think I have about 10 other designs of theirs. Okay, I don't know what song this is, but yeah. Nope, that didn't work. Go over here and hit next. Not happy with that one. I am not listening to that. Okay. You know, the instrumentals, the electronic, dubstep, that stuff's fine. But I'm just not into a whole lot of rap. Some. There is some that I do like. So where are you from, Indefinitely Indigo? Oh, I almost dropped my needle. Oh, that was lucky. I thought I unthreaded it there for a minute. Canada. Very good. So far, my farthest viewer was Ireland. But, well, I don't know. Is Ireland farther than Australia or not? I have to get a map out. But you're the neighbor.
Would Australia be further?
Huh? Houston, we have a knot. I can feel it. So we are going to flip this over.
Australia's further. Ireland's by England.
Australia's by England or Ireland's by England?
Ireland's by England.
Okay. Well, you enjoy your food. Well, it'd probably still be dinner since you're not across the world. I will hope to see you again soon. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it very, very much. And the follow. That's extremely appreciated. We're down to needing 3 more warm bodies to join our snail pile hill. I've not been listening to my butler at all because I'm thirsty. Okay, so we are going to go ahead, keep messing with the sound. We are getting close to the end of this. Look at how much that filled in. I mean, that's actually pretty nice. And these blank spots here, that actually is blank spots in the design. So we will be filling that in eventually. But we are going to continue on with this lime green. It's just going to really fill in this tentacle. It's looking really nice. And you guys don't have to be in Discord if you don't want to talk. I mean, it's just doesn't do anything to benefit or negatively deter.
Figure out why we can't turn the volume up to hear you.
I don't know. That's probably something we can work off or work offline. I don't have to be live to help you with that, so we'll probably have to do that another time. But you can just watch the stream and turn me up though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear Leo. Hi.
Hi. We're both here.
Where's the dogs? I don't have either of them in here.
Loose.
Huh? And after I get through with this, we're gonna go ahead and take a drink and probably reach back to the refrigerator and get out some more tea. Our bottle is almost expired. Alright. It looks like we've got one more area. And it is a complete fill-in. This tentacle is really filling out. It is really looking good. I'm very happy with that. Little suckers. They're cute. I know, it's the small things that entertain me. But also, I was going to tell you, Purple Soap. They have streamers on here streaming making soap. And I thought of you. I thought Purple Soap could make, well, soap.
You're gonna get me on here doing this, aren't you? Like I don't have enough to do?
Oh no, you just don't do that and you just put me on. That's fine. Okay. Looks like 4 stitches here, and then we are going to go ahead and cross back and then get a drink because I'm thirsty. I'm a little low on fluids today. I only finished 1 bottle and 1 coffee. That's it.
Uh-oh.
I know. I'm like a bottle behind.
I haven't drank as much water either today. I wonder if that's part of my headache issue.
It could be, because every time I would have a headache, it would be dehydration. Okay, so we have done that. Let's see if there's any more. I thought there was like two little ones, like out in limbo. Down here. Wow, that's quite a jump. But we're going to do it, because I think it's going to come right across where we're going to end up stitching over it. I normally do not like doing that large of a jump. That is over an inch. But from where it's going, we're going to actually stitch it down. But there's just like two little stitches here, all by their lonesome, out in the middle of BFE. And I just can't see cutting the thread to put in two stitches to lay it down again. It's just wrong. Yeah, and the next jump is even farther, so we're not going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and put that under, but at least we got those two. Gotta be kind to people online. Okay.
Or maybe that's something I could do next year when I'm not so busy.
Yeah, for real. We're not gonna know what to do with ourselves, I'm telling you.
We'll get ourselves into trouble.
I was just thinking that. Imagine all the trouble we could get in. So exciting. Mom's gonna be like, okay, you two, I know you don't have anything to do, but let's not do that. So you can see the thread, maybe, how it spans that. I mean, that's pretty hefty of a jump. None of my others are that long. But what I've noticed is I'm going to be stitching up all through there. And then there's a few stitches, so there really won't be much that's going to be wavering on its own. So we are going to continue with, looks like we have a few more areas. Not quite sure. Oh, if we start over here, which you can't see, but you will in a moment, that is actually, could carry us through. Okay, so if we start, there's a spot starting here, and there's a tentacle that goes like this. So if we start over here, it's going to come down, and then there's like all the stitching kind of spread out. That'll give us the foundation that we can start actually working on that tentacle as well. So I'm going to scoot back here real quick and get me a tea, and that means you're going to see my stack of cross stitch behind me. Maybe. It's all the way in the back of my fridge. Oh, you didn't see it. Yay. I strategically placed things correctly.
Of course you did. Here's a cute little saying for her.
Huh?
Coffee in hand, big girl panties pulled up, sparkle in my eye, and a smile on my face. Yep, I'm ready for the day. Bring it on.
Gotta have the coffee. This is a really weird song. I'm sorry. gotta be kind to people online. Don't be a cyberbully. I mean, true, but still. I just don't think I've ever heard a song like that. So we are pulling these two ends together. We're going to lick and stick, load up our needle here. Maybe. Depth perception off. Wow. Okay, third time's charm. And we are definitely going to start over on that orange area. Yeah, I mean, we could start up and do the little bit on his head, but I won't go down here. Okay, so it is right underneath here, so that really makes lining it up very easy. We're going to flip it over, and we are going to pick up our loop and pull, and that's going to lock it down. Just love that stitch. Stitch locking. Alrighty. Now playing Rambunctious, aka Purple and Snail next year. Okay. So we're going to go diagonal. And I'm going to stitch these each one at a time. I'm going to actually complete the full stitch as I go, which wastes quite a bit of floss. But it also allows me to get down there to the bottom, which is kind of where I want to be. My hand edges, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to go down 5 stitches. And we're going to start curving kind of in. There we go. Oh, I forgot I'm crossing them. I'm doing the stitches one at a time. I think my mic is hitting my rig here. I hope that's not making chunky sounds. Yeah, I was racking my brain to find a way to keep my rig so it wasn't tipping so much. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than binder clips anymore. I'm using them things everywhere. I am. Behind me, I've got my my OSUP blanket that they gave me, covering up all my shelving, and we've got another knot. So the first thing, when you have a knot like this, I don't know if you can see, but there's a loop there. I'm going to first stick my needle through there and kind of pull. Sometimes, yep, so that's just enough to take it out. Now sometimes it's not, but we're going to hope for the best when we get those. So that is 4, and I said we had to do 5. And this strand is going to actually curve around to the right. And this is part of that tentacle that's going to go to the left, but it's a fatty. So, and we're doing 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just want to make sure before I started. This should line up with that purple, and it does. Looks like 3 stitches away. 1, 2, 3 stitches away. Hey! It's a good day. There's 1, 2, and I'm counting because purple can't count.
Thanks a lot.
I'll wait till there's more people in here so that I can tell the story. Because it's just too good. Alright, so...
Of course.
You know I love you. So we're doing 2. Hey, it's Onyx!
Uh-huh.
Everybody, that was the Onyx bark. And... Well, I had Ivy and Lily on stream last night.
Oh, really?
Oh, I was hungry. I was so hungry. I didn't eat. And so Grandma Snail brought in some cheese. And you know the dogs. They sensed the cheese in the vicinity. So they decided it was the time to put their little noses over here to the left of me at the desk. So I just took my camera that focuses here on my stitching and bent it towards them. Ivy was the first one who got introduced. And then Bug came up and she actually licked the edge of my cheese, so that was nice. So because she did that, she had to go on camera. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do the 6th one next to this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to be the 6th one. And after we get that in, we're going to count one more time, just because a lot is going to line up on this. 1, 2, 3. So there's going to be 2 dark green, a blank space, 2 dark green, and then that's our lime green. And the other thing I want to check is on the other side of this, we're going to have 2 yellow, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, everything's lining up. That's what we want. Kind of a pain to keep checking, but when you're doing counted cross stitch, you don't want to get very far and then find out that everything that you lined up is off because you messed up one thing, you know? Sort of like the 2 parts I've already had to rip out, you know. But it happens.
So you mean if I tried to do cross stitch, I have to count, and so we're going to have a problem?
No, we're going to get you printed. We ain't stupid. Or get you the printed one so you can just go, green goes on green, red goes on red. I think you could probably do it. You won't be counting up into the 50s.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll be okay.
Yeah, anything under 10, I think we're okay with.
Right, good.
We're going to have to schedule some beat time. Beat Saber. Because my back is feeling a little bit better now. I don't know what that was all about, but I had like 2 days where my back was just bad. My knee's hurting, but I don't need my knee to play Beat Saber. That's what a bed is for. What?
No, that's true. You don't.
Oh, I posted our video of us playing Beat Saber multiplayer.
Did you?
Yeah, it's in the Discord. I think it's under gamers or something like that.
Oh. Thanks. Thanks.
Hey, I'm the one with the bat wings. You got nothing to worry about. Of course, I have no idea how you played in a turtleneck. That's just crazy. So what we are going to be starting to see is these grid lines that we're going to be making out of this lime green. I'm going to have to figure that. Unfortunately, there's this little flap on the stand that I'm using, and it's right over the very bottom of the design, so I can't see where these stitches are going. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 out. So it's gonna start just looking like, kind of like this, up here, these lines. And 3. Are you still in at your computer, or have you moved around?
No, I'm still at my computer. I'm watching you, and I'm...
Working on your mailing?
No, I'm just messing around on the computer. I don't know why, you know, I should be doing more of my, for the
Meeting.
CEU stuff.
Yeah. You got a week.
Well, I got a lot of it done.
Yeah, you did.
I sent that email out of the deal of the month.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so there's 3 coming down.
Actually,
1, 2, 3 down. I don't want to talk too much chapter. This is playtime. I keep forgetting I still have to look for those bungee shoelaces.
yes, you do, because I will be there tomorrow at noon.
I know, well, yeah.
But you don't have TCN tomorrow, so you're fine.
So I've got from whenever I get out of bed till noon.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's our line, and this is where we're gonna start seeing another line come out here. These are like big suction cups on his tentacle. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 out. Should be a line of 5. There's 4. And goes down, so we'll go ahead and do the down part. There's 3. And a kind of corner shape here as we continue our square kind of shaping. I guess I scared everybody off.
There's not as many people on tonight.
I know. Saturday night, they're all out partying.
I guess we're fuddy-duddies.
Well, yeah, because this is what I wanted to do. I just wanted to sit here and stitch. That's okay. If my numbers aren't up, my numbers aren't up. Everything's going to reset, likely, tomorrow.
Let's just start it again.
Get to start all over again? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I mean, again, still new. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going up 4. two. And I'm going to have to likely.
They'll come together.
Hmm?
They'll all come together.
Oh, I know. I mean, the whole thing is that I'm enjoying it, so.
That's what counts.
But I'm a weird nut.
Well, that's why we get along.
I know. Oh, my hair color came in, so I'm ready to become orange again.
Ooh, okay. Where'd you get it from?
Just Amazon, you know.
Oh, okay.
We love Amazon. Okay.
Are you gonna let this grow out or just do it
I
over the
don't
over
know.
purple?
I'd like to kind of just go over it. Oh, just.
And it may make it look a little bit different but then it'll grow out eventually.
Yeah. I said, what's the worst that could happen? Turn some freaky color? I'm okay with that.
Well, it depends on the freaky color. When mine turned an old lady blue, that was not acceptable.
I don't know. I think I'd still be okay with that. I mean, it's okay for a little while, but I'm not ready to shave my head again.
Yeah.
I actually thought of going to an actual stylist and having them cut it instead of me taking the clippers to it. I mean,
Yeah.
how long can you say, this is my pandemic haircut?
Yeah. Oh, you asked like the one that where I could get mine, but she's a student, so she can't do it from home. She can't come out.
Well, I don't plan on having anybody come here to the house.
You know.
I don't know any. It's just I gotta get off my rump and go out.
Go get it done.
Yeah. I mean, I got a picture of how I want my hair. So, if they can copy it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to cut it close, but not too close. And get our next piece of floss out here. And, oh, we have 2 pieces left, so didn't have to bang it. And we can go ahead and pull that one out. And throw our second piece aside.
This is really coming along.
It is coming along. I'm actually pretty happy with it.
It wasn't that long ago, there was just a little bit in there. You know, it just didn't seem like you had that much.
It looked like an elephant. It was cracking me up. I mean, every time I looked at it, I saw an elephant trunk. It took me forever.
Not now.
Well, I can still see the elephant trunk, but now it's changed enough that my eyes can focus other ways. So again, we have our loop, so we're ready to do our loop lock. Kind of like a lip lock, but not. Definitely not as entertaining. So we are going to 3 down. Make sure that looks right before I put my first stitch in. And it does. So we're going to go ahead and do get our needle in place, and then we are going to catch our loop. Maybe, that's being difficult. And let that slide down and lock into place. Flip it back. Stick it to my chest. And get to work again. Now we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is kind of like pattern. I mean, it is a pattern, but this is 4. And yes, I'm doing each stitch. But you can tell this is kind of like the bottom because here's his little suction cup things. And once we get this part done, by the time we come out on the end, we've got this orange, we've got yellow, and, or no, yeah, we got this orange. We have our lighter purple. I think that's our mauve. Yeah, we have our mauve. And then we have our dark purple. And that would be the tip of his tentacle. I had to make sure I said it right. That is 3. And one more makes 4. And my eyes are going googly because it's all the same pattern. It's hard to see where it's going. Okay, there is a solution to this. So this, as I like to call the colored pencil with the twist, and we are just going to draw a line through those stitches that I've already done. I will color it in later, like I have been doing. But at least I'm going to quit wondering where the heck I'm at. Okay, so there's that long one. There's the short. Oh, I went across the page. That's why it was confusing me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now I know where I'm at. Now my eyes are just gonna click right to it. So we're gonna come down to such an interesting pattern on a tentacle. I feel like I'm hearing a puppy whine.
A mine.
No, I think it's one of mine. They could be anywhere. They could be. They might be in doggy daycare.
Oh.
Why am I wondering? I have this phone sitting right here.
Exactly.
And I have a camera.
So what's your excuse?
Well, what would be interesting is when I figure out how to show side screens. Nope, they are not in the doggy daycare. And I know they're not on the other side of my office here. I have 2 cameras. I have one that's on the back side of my desk, and then, because I can't see puppies over there, and then the other is in the living room. So if they're in one of those 2 spots, I can see them. That was my Christmas present. And I adore being able to look at it. I hear someone kicking the back of my desk, and it's like, what is going on? They're sleeping. Alright. They're having a really good dream. So we have got... I need to move that camera down a little bit. I'm stitching below the... There we go. Guys gotta yell at me if I get off camera stitching. Of course, I should be paying more attention too. Bad snail, bad snail. So that is all for that row. And we are going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, which seems to be the magic number on this pattern. Doing a lot of 4s. Man, the internet connection is bad. I've got 42 buffer alerts. It's a lot. Sometimes I can get away with just having like 3. Or not 3, 12. So I don't know what that's all about. So we're continuing on with our lime green. Getting our little tentacle grids, for lack of what else to call them. It'll look better. There'll be yellow squares, and kind of like these. So there'll be yellow squares, and in the center is the dark purple. So we are moving right along. Stitch these 4, and then our grid moves farther along to the left. So we're up to 4 viewers now. Hope everyone viewing is having a good evening, and that I'm not boring you too much. Just a little bit. Oh, I hear a tail. So that's 2, 3, 4. Must have a hair or something on my tip of my nose is itching. I mean, like the actual tip. That is strange. Alright, so there's 4. I'm going to come back here and pick them up. X them out. Get them done. Okay, so that is... Oh, and then we're going to have another long row. I'm glad I did that with that colored pencil, because it was getting pretty difficult there for a while. So this one's going to go down. We're not going to complete this square, it's just going to touch the corner. So one more. And then it's going to shoot to the left again. 1. So you can start to see the curve of his tentacle, because this is the edge. I can tell I haven't drank enough. I'm really thirsty. I hope I'm not holding you up, Purple.
What?
Well, you do know you don't have to be here, right? Okay. I didn't want you to think you were
So
doing...
I'm just kind of messing going through my mail, that's all.
Alright. I just didn't want to, like, make you think you had to be chained to the computer. So we are going back up and then coming back down, and then we're gonna... It starts getting shorter. More narrow. So we're going to go ahead over another 4. Yep. Yeah, it's literally the tip. It's very strange. Someone talking about me or something? Does that mean I get money? Or is that when your hands itch or something?
That's your hand.
Your hands.
My grandmother always said when your nose itches, it means you're gonna kiss a fool.
I'm gonna what? Did you say?
It means you're gonna kiss a fool.
Kiss a fool. Alrighty. Well, Lilybug gives me kisses all the time, so that doesn't surprise me. She likes to lick my face. Dogs. Okay, so this is... I need to drawing this again. So I did those. And I did that long part there. And okay, that was... Oh, I see him. Boo-boo. Boo-boo alert. Boo-boo alert.
You get your rip out again.
Rip it! Rip it! Where's my rip it? I need my rip it.
Definitely.
I'll get a rip it. That's high on my priority list. Need someone to make me a rip it emote. Thankfully, I don't have to go that far. It's just that pattern is just, for some reason, it's hard to follow without me putting a line through it. I don't know why I can't get my head around it, but I can't. But I don't have to go very far. It is this stitch right here. He is just down one too far. So we're going to lick it and stick it. Reload our needle. And put that where it needs to go, which is up one stitch. But with the pattern, you would have really seen that. That would have stood out like a sore thumb. Alright, so we are going to work our way up. And get back to where we were. And then it goes up two still. I can still kind of see where the holes were. It was interesting. Chase said, I'm going to have to download Apex. I said, okay, why? He said, because I see that you've downloaded it. Have you played it yet? It's like, no. Alright, what's the problem here? 1, 2, 3. That's 2. That would be the problem. I can't count like Lynn. Okay, so there's 1, 2,
Uh-oh.
3.
Can't get two of us like that.
Oh no, we'd be a mess.
That's for sure.
Have you looked up puppies? I haven't looked lately. I know, that's my duty.
Exactly.
Oh. Okay, so there. That looks better. Yep. I heard something on the back side of my desk. Is that a pupperoni? It is a pupperoni. See if you can see it. Yep. That's the camera. And that's the back side of my desk. And that is Bug. And she's whining.
Aww.
She's looking up the camera.
How cute.
So that's what my camera looks like on the back side of my desk. How is she looking at the camera? I mean, I'm over here because that's the back of the desk, so I'm back there. She's actually looking at the camera. Alrighty then. I feel eyes are upon me.
Where's Lily? I mean, where's Ivy?
I think she is stalking Grandma Snail's bedroom door.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. That is... Oh, man. I cannot get my knee. I have these boxes underneath my desk, and can't get my knee straight.
What's in the boxes?
They're empty.
So what are you doing? What are they doing under there?
I don't know. It was supposed to be... Okay, so before I got the wedge, I was
Okay.
able to lean back and put my feet up.
Oh.
And I put my feet up on the boxes. Well, now that I have the wedge, I can't lean back. But the wedge makes me sit with my posture straight. So I should probably keep the wedge.
Yes. And move the boxes so that you can
And I
straighten
could
out
get
your
rid of the
legs.
boxes, yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my pencil real quick here. So that I know. So I fixed that. So there are those 4. Another long line. Alright, so this is our long line. And it's kind of a cool grid going on there, though. One, 2, 3, and 4, and then it goes in 1. No, it goes up 1 more. It looks like I'm going to need another piece of floss. I don't have that much to do. I don't think I'm going to make it. Well, I don't know, maybe. It kind of feels like I might make it. I was thinking of adding like a poll. Like when I get more people and stuff watching me. So when I get close, like this, we can show them how much thread I have and ask, will I make it? And we can take a poll, and if they think I'm going to be able to make, 6 more stitches. And then
that would be interesting.
Then we'll see if they're right.
Can you count that many stitches?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
It's a good day.
We're okay. It's not me counting, we're okay.
Exactly. I have 6 more stitches to go right now. So this is 2, 3, and then they go kind of these. That's going to be orange, and that's going to be orange, and then 3 up, and then I just have to make it back. Do you think I'm going to make it?
Maybe close like you were the other night.
That's all I got. It's going to be close. Will she make it? The suspense is hair-raising. So there's... Now I just got to make it back. And I have a little jump there, so that's going to waste floss. It feels like I'm going to make it.
I think you've got a little bit more than you had the other day.
The other day was serious, man.
Oh, that was, you were really sweating that one.
I was. I couldn't believe it. I was stunned. Yeah, this one's gonna make it. But I'm pulling at the extent of this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just now starting to shift the needle, though. So I'm just now starting to do that. Because I've
Yeah.
got, you know, a little bit that I can move the needle along the eye. Okay, we made it. And, hey.
Now you just have to take it and put it through the
Well,
stitches
yeah, I'm gonna have
underneath,
to,
right?
yeah, and so I push the, you can see where I pushed the thread.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So that gave me a little bit more room. So I'll be able to run it under.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Let's see.
It was close there. But yeah, definitely not as
That's
close as that other
still
time.
yeah, definitely not.
That was pretty scary. I was like, man. Because in those points, you kind of wish you could just like rip out and go backwards, you know, a little bit. So at least you're.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard that.
So you don't tie that
No.
in a knot,
No, no, no,
right?
no. You're not supposed to tie. Now, I have
Okay.
seen some stitchers tie, um, mainly because that was the way they were taught. Um, some of the some patterns will show you, depending upon where you are in the world, it'll have you tie. But the reason you don't tie is because it adds bulk on the back. And
That would make sense.
when you're framing these, you don't want a knot. It'll add kind of bulges. You want it to be as smooth as possible. So when you run them under, it does add some bulk in areas.
Okay.
Usually if you're stitching, you run it under, which adds bulk to start, and then stitch and then run it under again at the end. With me doing this lock stitch, I'm even cutting that in half.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
there's not a lot of bulk overlap. Just trying to see what other areas we have. I think there was a spot at his head. So there's a little bit here of this green. And we got, yeah, I have enough. It comes off of here is a little bit. And then up at his head. And then that would be it for this green. So I think I'm going to go ahead and come over here. Where do I want? I'm going to start up here, and the reason is I've got a very long line of stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch down and then cross it back up. And with that long line of stitches, I have a spot to run my thread under. So sometimes you have to think ahead like that. So we are going to go ahead and flip it over here. Bring our loop closer. The screen's kind of hard to see on the back. Pick it up and lock it down. And then we are going to go ahead. Now my rig might be getting in the way a little bit, so I apologize. But I like it hanging off my neck, so. Let's see, how many is that? That's one, there's three, that looks like 8. Yes, Butler, take a drink. It's actually working well because I do take a drink.
That's good.
Otherwise, I would literally sit here the entire time and not take one sip.
Right, because you'd be stitching.
I'd be stitching. I wouldn't remember. So I will say that is the one good thing about stitching while streaming, because I got this little butler that keeps telling me to take a drink. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5. Alright. Something's wrong. Okay, I see what I did. I started on the second line, so that's 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I caught it before I got too far. That's okay, I can work with that.
That is good.
So we're just going to go ahead and finish going down the curve and working our way back up, and then at the end I'm just going to put in that really long line. I thought that looked like, wait a second, what? Do you want to say hi to everybody? Well, that was short-lived. Glad we moved the camera for that. We got 2 little whines and she took off. I don't think she has to go O. They were O not too long ago. What time was that? It was 6. And it's 10.
It's almost 10.
Yeah. She's going to have to wait. If Grandma Snail's watching, she'll hear this. Know that the girls need to go O. Okay, so we got 2. And then it's going to come down and wrap on the inside of this orange. So we're really starting to fill in this tentacle at this point. Wow, we jumped up to 6 viewers. Welcome, everybody. We are working on the mandala octopus, which we have been working on stream. It does not get worked on off stream. So you can actually follow the entire pattern as we go. And we are filling in tentacles with wild colors, which, if you know me, you know I love color. So that was 3, 1, 2, 3, okay. So this is going to go all the way down, terminate at the orange at the bottom, then we're going to work on stitching it back up, and then we get to pick up that line that I missed. But, you know, that's okay. It'll still be there when I get up at her again. So I appreciate everybody spending their Saturday night with me, playing with thread and needles. Very dangerous. But thankfully, in cross stitch, they're blunted needles. So it can still cause damage, just not as much.
Oh, so I can be okay with it.
Yes, blunted needles for safety. We would not have you doing sewing. Sewing requires sharp needles. No sharps for purple soap. We'll have to give you those safety scissors that you get in like elementary school. So we are working our way back up, and we're going to get to that one spot that I neglected to put in. Kind of looks good having this lime green right up against the orange and purple, though. I think it's cool. This is kind of his curly cue. He's going to have a little part that comes down here, so it's going to go whoop. But those are new colors we haven't used. Did I do that? I did. I didn't color it in. Oh wow, look at there. So I don't know if you can see that, but there are 2 stitches, and I totally went across both of them with 1 stitch, and I couldn't unstitch it, so I'm gonna have to pull it
Oh no.
and lick and stick. Get our needle rethreaded. Okay, we are locked and loaded again, and let's try that again. Maybe I'll just cross 1 this time. Just saying. And we are working. Okay, so I started a row low, and I didn't mean to, but I did nonetheless. So we do have 1 more row we have to actually put in, and then we are done with just this little piece on this tentacle. And then I'm probably, I don't see any more floss here, so I'm probably gonna have to cut some more. So this jumps all the way back here, and this is where I need to do 8 stitches, which is gonna connect. I don't like this music as well. I kind of miss the Monster Cat, but for some reason I cannot get that thing to work tonight. It just wants to play 1 song at a time. It doesn't work for me. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more.
Try working on that then.
What?
I'll have to try working on that, see what's going on.
I'm wondering if it might be the connection issues, because I'm up to 51. And usually, like I said, it's right about, sometimes in the 20s at about this time. So I'm having double the issues. Not like the Wrigley's
you're starting to buff a lot now.
The Wrigley's commercials, double the fun.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that? I mean, you don't see like, you used to see those all the time.
They were good, clean commercials.
Well, isn't the, what is it, what's that one? The chewing gum, and she smiles and you get that ding, you know? It's usually that blonde. Starts with an O.
Oh gosh.
I can't think of it. Oh, something. I don't know. Uh-oh. Okay, so we are done with that section now, so we're going to go ahead and run it under. And we'll probably jump up here to his head, do that short piece. Where else was there? I got that.
It's orbit.
Orbit?
Yeah. Isn't that the one that's the one that starts with an O.
I thought it ended with a Z, didn't it? I don't know. It's not, I don't chew gum, so. And if I do, it wouldn't be that. It's gotta be bubblegum flavored or something.
So you want Hubba Bubba or
Hubba Bubba, yeah! Oh, I love the Hubba Bubbas. You just get those in packs and put like 4 pieces in your mouth. See how big a bubble you could blow?
What about Bazooka?
No, I didn't like Bazooka. They weren't as flavorful. They were cheap.
Double Bubble?
Huh?
Double Bubble Bubble Gum? Remember that?
Double Bubble.
Double
No.
Bubble.
No, I don't remember that one.
Oh.
Sorry.
Bubble Bubble, I think, no, Bazooka was the one that had the cartoons and the comics in it.
I didn't like Bazooka. I mean, it was the cheaper one. Like everybody could, get that. Like heaven forbid Halloween. Man, that was the cheap stuff. Everybody was throwing out Hubba Bubba or the Bazooka, but
Yeah.
it was hard. Remember, you'd put it in your mouth and you'd chew down. It was like,
Yeah,
you.
Right, it is.
But the Hubba Bubba, you just sit there and squeeze it, and it's all soft. Look, I don't chew bubblegum, but boy, am I a bubblegum expert all of a sudden. Okay, so I'm not going to cut through. I don't need, like, all of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut. Well, I'm going to try to cut. I don't want to cut all of it. Just like to pick up, like, one. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and get our little accordion. So, see, it's starting to get a little tight, and I'm starting to get kind of like a flowering up there. See, now it won't pull. So if I pull this way, just a little bit, then it allows me to continue my accordion. Check out this Twitch superstar! Hey, Insane Tate Elf, how you doing, my dear? We have gotten so much done tonight. Oh my god! It is like a lot. A lot. But I did have to rip it a few times. I think only once. I think I only had to rip it once, so we didn't do too bad. I had to back out once, but... we're licking and sticking again. Get our needle all loaded up. I got 3 new followers tonight. We are very thankful for them. That was very awesome. So now we are at 47 out of our total 50 for affiliate level. So it's been a good night. So here again is our so much, but don't shame it all off by 2. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. It means I'm blonde and I have no idea what you're saying to me. A little slow, because I am a snail. Okay, so again, we're going to do up near his head here. And then I think we only have like one other area. Let me mark this real quick. So I know I got that. Okay, I got that. I know I got that area and got that area. It's starting to get hard to keep track of. I've done so much tonight that... Okay, so yeah, once I get his head done, this head piece, then I have 2 areas on the right. And then this color shall be done. Ooh, I almost pulled that out. Come back. So now we've got our loop. I caught it before I pulled it out, which was pretty darn close. Stick my rig back where it belongs. Okay. So we got 3. We go up 1 and do 4. But it is really coming on. I mean, look at that. Look, this is a tentacle. That wasn't there. None of that was there. That is all new. And here's the pink. Remember you said pink? We got that filled in. So his tentacle is all filled in there. And over here, he's got some pink there. Now there is some more pink, but I stopped working on it because I said, you know, Insane Tate Elf chose pink. and he's not here. So I'm going to choose a different color. So we chose a different color and been working in the lime green ever since. Okay, you hit the hay, and I will see you tomorrow with your cake, and I will relinquish your shoes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining me in
Night.
Discord. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.
So everybody, that was Purple Soap who joined us tonight in Discord, which is very nice of her. We had Mama Snail in here too, but we're going to work on her volume stuff later. So what else do I need to do? I'm coming down and I'm doing 3. There isn't very much that we're going to have to do on his head here. It really isn't much. So that's 3. There's this other part that I want to get on. It's another purple, but it's, if I recall, it's a interesting purple. And it's like these stripes, and it'll add some definition to some of his tentacles, so I'm a little excited about it. I should probably just look at the colors I have and then pick the one I want to do, and then see what symbol it is. That would be fun. Of course, then it'd probably be one out in BFE, and I'd have to like count a whole bunch to get there. So we're doing another 3. After I get past this, there's not much more. Two long rows, and then we get to work it back up. Xing our stitches. I'm just having fun, so I just don't want to quit tonight. I know I was supposed to stop at 10, but I don't have anything better to do, and I'm having fun. Our octopus is really coming along. I'm even trying to think, what are we going to work on next? I have some larger projects, but I don't know if I want to work on a real big one. I might. There's a couple that I've got some nutcrackers, and I've got frogs. But boy, that would be hard to restrict myself to only working on it when I'm on stream. That's kind of the other part of it. I'd want to stream like all the time. And I have a sun and moon in the bedroom that's been calling my name. I worked on it a little bit this week. And our thread is starting to twirl up, so I am twirling my needle the opposite direction so that we can try to prevent the knotting that is inevitable. Inevitable. I can't say that word. Boy, this music might actually put me to sleep. Okay. Well, this is supposed to be the chill channel. I need a drink. Yes, I do. Thank you very much. I'm going to make it through this bottle tonight and start on another one. That is my goal. Because I am so behind. I have to stream just so I can have this butler tell me when to drink. Saturday night drinking game. Drink tea, drink tea, drink tea. I know. Not very adventurous, but you do not want to be stitching on any alcoholic beverages. Although that might make an interesting stream, it would not make a very interesting stitching project. And you would probably be starting over or doing a lot of rippets the next day and wondering, what the hell was I thinking? So we are continuing, we are crossing this up, and then that's all there is on his head here of this collar. He is really starting to fill in. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday night. It's 10 o'clock here. PM. Let me say that because I know Tate's from Australia. Goose is supposed to stream tonight at midnight. My time. Or is that midnight his time? I think that's midnight my time. Yeah, it is. So that means Goose will be streaming in about 2 hours. And should have his beats up and running. As long as there's no technical difficulties. So we got all of those. Yep. So all of those are stitched. And we are going to run this under. And I should probably, I'll have to cut another piece of green. So I'm gonna go this other direction because there's some prime real estate here I can go up underneath. We're gonna go under at least 4, 5 or 6 as your preference dictates. I like to do at least 5 unless I can't. There we go. Ow, I missed it. Okay, that was fantastic. Stabbed myself. I say stabbed myself in the chest. Well, guess what, everybody? I did. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut a new thread. And the other 2 areas I have might not, I don't know, it'd be close. I think we'll go ahead and cut 2 threads. Did I cut 2? Yeah. So now that doesn't mean you can pull 2 out. Don't do that. You have to pull 1 at a time. This trick does not work if you pull more than 1 thread. So we are now pulling the 2nd thread out, except for I have a knot. So we have to take that out first. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. And we are going to wrap that up. And get one of our pieces. Wow, this is a little bit more upbeat. Okay, there we are. I was wondering where my needle was, and then I thought, big dummy, you just got done stabbing yourself in the chest, you don't know where your needle is? Wow. Okay. So there we are. We are licked, sticked, and reloaded. Now we are going to go ahead. There are 2 areas of this lime green that have not been done. one area is here. And there's another one that's kind of down a little bit. I'm not sure if we can do that yet. We might actually have to wait on that one, believe it or not, because it's across quite a bit of real estate. And I think we're going to go ahead and start this one right next to our purple, because that will give us a solid foundation of where we're at. And then we're going to flip it over, and I added, these are binder clips and they have Velcro on them. So now when I have my rig on, they will Velcro to these, and it makes kind of like a platform. So I've been making improvements. Sat here, I couldn't figure out, I was thinking of tying like some, you know, like those elastic things you get from physical therapy, those elastic bands. I thought, well, maybe if I tied one of those around my chest, then the plastic would like stick to it instead of sliding down my shirts. But then Velcro hit me. Gotta love Velcro. Okay, so we are gonna go down. Let me get back into line. Sorry, I'm jittering all over the place. I'm trying to make sure that I scooted out so I could sit back up in my chair. And then my chair's in the wrong spot again. So we X this one. And we're going to stitch across 1, 2, 3, 4. Ew, my fabric's squeaky. And this is actually the tip of a tentacle coming out. It's kind of like wrapped around the side or something, I'm not quite sure. We're going to go ahead and X those. And then we will start our traveling up the tentacle. Or is that down? No, I guess it's up. And there we go. So we're going to start the end of this row up here. 1, 2, 3, and 5 is 8. So we are going to do 8. And now I'm not going to travel all the way back stitching this. Oh boy, I really moved to the side. Now that camera's in my face again. Sorry. I'll turn to the side. There we go. Now the camera's not up on my nose. So we're going to do 8. So that's 2. And I have to recount because, you know, I lost count as I'm trying to be concerned about a camera. I thought it looked like it was right in front of my eyes. It's like, oh my goodness. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You remember that from Sesame Street? Pops in my head every now and then. Sad. Yep, that's 8. And then where's it say to go? We are going to go back 1, and then we are going to go down. And this is where the tip of the tentacle comes in, and we'll be able to get out that dark purple from over here. And that actually is the color that makes the tip. So you can see why I didn't want to stitch that earlier. There's only 3 here. And then we will work it back. Get up to that 8 stitch row and see where it wants us to go from there. Yeah, that would have been, I mean, we didn't have any of this done when we were working that really dark purple. So as we swing back around to pick up some of these collars, it's because they were so far away, it would not have been good to try. So we're going to jump up here. It looks like we're doing 4, going to the left. Remember that you're first stitching the arm, first arm of your cross stitch is going to flow from left to right, and the top is going to be from right up to the left. So left to right, right to left to cross it. So we are going to work our way back and then cross all the way across these 4, as well as start back on our 8 and then see where it tells us to go on our design. You can't see a whole lot of this, but bring it down just a little. This is our mandala octopus. If you hadn't seen what he looks like so far, he's actually moving along quite well, I think. I can't wait to have him framed and hanging in my bedroom. My bedroom's got this ocean theme going on, so he will fit right in, especially since I stitched it and I like him. So now as I get back here, I'm going to look and see what it tells me to do. Okay, I got to go back just a little farther. It says we're going to skip one from that set of 4 we put in. We're going to do a few diagonals. So now because I'm going diagonal, I came down here. So if I come back up, I'm going to undo that stitch. So I am going to come up at the right corner and go down at the left. And then it says to do, oh, I'm going diagonal again. So now I can come up to the left and down at the right. And this is going to turn into a stack of stitches. I'm not going to have to count them unless I'm trying to double check my overall placement, but I just have to come up to this purple go. We'll go ahead and count. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. So we're doing good. Everything lined up. It's always good when you can say that. We're going to do our stitching back down. Our music is posting in the chat if you wanted to know what any of the songs, they are copyright free, so that's so we won't get in trouble. But as well, my butler should be posting in there how to join the Discord channel, as well as if you're here, if you would follow me if you have not already, it would be greatly appreciated. And if you're having hydration issues, you can drink along with me when my butler tells me to. So we have now worked our way back and finished this section, I believe. I will check one more time. Grab my twisty pencil. And we did, yep, we did that, we did that. Went across there. Yep, we finished that whole area. Okay, so now there's one, I don't know. Should we, shouldn't we? I think we're gonna wait because we have some pink to put in the center here. And then that pink is gonna drop down and come out. And then that's where our lime green is gonna come. I think we're gonna wait to put that last piece of lime green in so that we don't miscount. I have to unvelcro my rig. We're going to turn it over here and run our thread under. At least 4. 5 or 6 as you feel comfortable. Heck, you could do more than 6 if you wanted. It's just totally up to you, but I would suggest never going less than 4. And there that is. Now, I thought there was a color I wanted to jump to. And I can't remember what color it was. So it looks like, as we're looking here, this tentacle is done. Let me move my, there. This tentacle is done. It is nice to be able to say that. Now we have a little bit more of his head that's going to come down here, but his tentacle is done. Oh, you know, it was funny because I have an area colored in on my paper that says I'm done. But I don't see it. So I actually colored it in saying, yep, I'm done with that. But I completely missed the boat. So I think that's what I was going to work on. And these pieces that I have just kind of bunched up, these are the extra strings for when I come back around. But the color I need is not there. The color I need is here. It's this really dark purple. Pretty sure that's it. Make sure. Yep. It's the only dark one. I hope that's it. So we are going to go ahead and unwind. Oh, I thought I had cut it already. Oh well. So we are going to cut off. I know I said I was going to end at 10, but like I said, I'm just kind of enjoying myself. So if you don't mind hanging out with me, I don't mind continuing to stitch. And we're going to go ahead and cut one, and again, as I pull, it's going to do this accordion thing on the back side, and then spring out. And we will throw that to the side. And we're going to fill in this purple area that I said I already did, but neglected to do. I guess I lied. It just looks funny. I thought, well, that should be done, but we are going to lick and stick. Get all loaded up again. And we do have our loop. So we are again going to do a lock stitch. And I don't know how we missed this. This just cracks me up. Yep, it goes right there. Ooh, I almost pulled that out. So you can see our loop. I almost pulled that through. But we're going to pick it up and that will lock it into place. And then we are ready to finish stitching the rest of our area that I thought I had done. So this will go all the way across. It's going to kind of make a difference. I mean, it's a very dark color, and it should fill in this area up into the orange stripy area above. Oh, we got a drink again, guys. I'm over halfway on this bottle of tea here. We're doing good. You know what I'm amazed about? I've been sitting here drinking a drink every 10 minutes for 2.5 hours, and I haven't had to go run into the bathroom. It's the small things that entertain me, I tell you. Which is why I can sit here and talk to myself for 2.5 hours. Oh well, I did have Purple join me, and Mama Snail in the Discord. And you two are free to join me if you want, or just hang out, watch the stitching, listen to my annoying voice. Maybe you like the background music. We've heard some interesting stuff tonight, that's for sure. So now we're going to go in one. Boy, that really looks like a wide stitch, but it is only one. And this one is going to be even on the other side, which of course is, okay, this is cross stitch, not up and down stitch, so that's kind of a problem. So we're going to stitch that out and put it back in. So we don't really have to worry about where these stitches, you know, how many there are, because it's going to terminate right into that orange stitch that's there. So we are truly filling this area in. And we could probably continue on with this dark color, because with the areas that we've put in around our octopus tonight, we have actually increased our foundation enough that we could work on some of the dark purple areas that we wouldn't have been able to make it to easily without, I mean, we could have made it there. We could have counted all the way out into BFE. Miscounts. Okay. I thought I saw a stitch with the crossing going the wrong way. We don't want that because it'll stand out like a sore thumb. So we are continuing to stitch here. And our next row says we're going to be even and in one. So we're going to kind of have this stacking. You can see that's really starting to make his tentacle with some definition that we didn't have before. Sorry, itch. I had an itch to scratch. I think having these Velcro binder clips clipped to my shirt is kind of helping. I don't feel like my project is bouncing around quite as much as it used to. Okay, so you see how our thread is kind of bunching up again? We're going to want to twist our needle, and then we pull, and you can see it kind of opens up. So that's a good thing. And I apologize for the buffering. I know that you are all seeing. I have no way to fix it. I think there is something going on with my internet, so I apologize. But I appreciate all of you hanging out and dealing with all of the bumps in the road. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that was about. Looks like Mama Snail tried to call me on Discord, and I'm just now seeing it. So we are going to be even again. And what's it say to do? Even again and N1. So we are starting to curve in. That should only be 4 stitches. Yes, it is. 4 stitches. We are on track, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing good. So we have a few more to put in this area. Yes, this looks much better having this in than having it missing. So we are going to do, okay, it says we go in 1 and we do 2, and we should terminate into the orange. Yep, that's what's going to happen. Go in 1, do 2, terminate into orange. Yay! And then it says we go up 1, and then we are done with this section of dark purple. And then we will go ahead and run it under, I believe, because I don't see any more. No, I see no more dark purple that I missed in this area. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and flip this over and run it under at least 4 stitches, 5 or 6 as you feel comfortable. There's no hard and fast rule, but you want to make sure that it's not going to back out on you or you don't get it caught. So now I've only gone through 3, and I'm going to pull it through, and then I'm going to go through just a few more, but it didn't want to cooperate at the time. So there's 1 and 2, so that's 5 stitches, and stab that into my pad, not my chest this time. We're going to clip it close, but not too close, and bring this back. I have to tighten my rig a little bit there. My fabric was getting kind of bunchy. It is a little loose. So we are just kind of, I have this in a Q-snap frame. It should be kind of taut like a drum. But as you work on it, obviously pushing and pulling stitches through, it's going to loosen up on you. So we are snipping another piece of our purple out. And then just kind of throwing that aside. Putting our ends together. Maybe. And they don't run away on you. Alrighty. They're even. And we are going to lick and stick again. Get our size 24 needle loaded if my depth perception allows me. And again, we're doing a loop lock stitch. And there was, I think we're going to do the point over here. just because it's not very many, and frankly it's kind of cool. And that will finish out our tentacle tip. So we're going to go ahead and it's going to be right there. And then we are going to go ahead and flip it over so that we can catch our loop on the back. Maybe. Oh, we kind of already caught it and didn't know. It's a little early to be catching that loop, so that's why I'm having some issues. But it is locked in there now. Sorry, I hit the camera. So we're doing 3. There really is not a whole bunch of stitches here, under 15. So we're going to work it down and then cross it back up. And 2. And this will complete the tip of this tentacle actually, so. And it looks like we're doing a stair step. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 2s in a stair step. So there's 2 rows. Three rows. Four. I believe I said 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And we're starting to see the little twirls on our thread there. We are going to go ahead and untwist our floss before we start getting some knots. And you see after you pull it, it just kind of is like, yeah, thank you. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is our 5th one. And then there are 2, I'm going to X this 1 stitch, the last one, because the next 2 stitches are actually diagonal. So when we go to X those, it would actually undo the stitch ahead on our way back. So I'll just take care of it now. There's our 2. It's funny to hear the squeaking of the fabric as the needle goes through. And we are working our way back up, and that is the point of that tentacle. I don't think it goes any, yeah, that's it, because there's no other stitches around, so it is that skinny and narrow. So we have another, we did this one tonight actually. This is all new stitching tonight. Work our way up. And there's actually some stitches over here real close in this dark purple. So we should not have to run it under and cut. It's short enough a distance, under an inch, that we should be able to just go back over and start stitching. And that's 2 stitches and then 3. The question is it around something that's going to make it easy to determine where our stitches go? I haven't judged that yet. I'm trying to look at it, but I have to stop stitching for a moment to do that. Okay, so it is one, 2, 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should be quite a number of stitches on the other side. So that's 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 6. Okay. So that jump was less than an inch, so we're okay in doing that. So we're going to go ahead and this is a long row, which will help us when we need to run our stitches under the back. If we get to, well, I'm hoping we'll be able to finish this section with the amount of floss that we have, because it really isn't that big. Which is why I was wanting to pick it up. Got some long rows, but doesn't look like there's any stragglers out. So we are going to go 3 past the yellow. There's 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to work our way back 2 stitches. And then there's a row above. And it has 4 stitches in it. So we're going to do half of our, jump up there and do those half stitches and then work it back. That's 2, 3, and 4. And yep, that's all the dark purple in that area. So we'll go ahead and exit on our way back. In that long row, there is another small section underneath. Well, I guess it's not that small, it's like 6 stitches. So it's longer than this. After we finish this collar in this area, we'll go ahead and end the stream. So it's 1, 2, and it goes directly down, so I'm still not going to X that stitch in the middle. And we are going to do 6 stitches. There's 2. So I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight, watching our mandala octopus grow. I will go ahead and show how much we've gotten done tonight. Kind of wish I had like a before picture and an after, but you could always see what this looks like and then go back to the video and see what it looks like at the beginning. So it is, yep, it is too short from the row above, so I'm going to work my way back. And after I finish Xing all of these, this little section will be done as well. And it looks like I only have 2 more areas that has this dark purple in it. So when I get off stream, I'll go ahead and color in the symbols that we have completed tonight. Eventually our entire pattern is going to be that blue colored pencil color. It's already got quite a bit of blue on it. I mean, when you look at it, it doesn't look like we have too much more to do. Which is kind of amazing if you think about it. We're halfway, easily. And my butler wants me to take a drink, but we're going to ignore him while we finish these stitches off. And then we will run our floss under. It was close. It's getting close. I got 2 stitches left to finish off, but we're going to be able to do it easily. And we're going to disconnect my rig from my shirt, flip it over, and run these under. Thankfully we had that long row of stitches, so that's going to give us, I push my finger on the back side of the fabric so that I can push down against my finger and wiggle my needle up underneath these threads. So that's 4. I'm going to go ahead and pull it through. There we go. And I'm going to go through another 1 or 2. Because I really like having at least 5 or 6. But 4 is the minimum. 4 is the minimum. Sometimes you're in an area and 4 is all you got. Sometimes you do 3 in one direction and pick up another in another direction. I don't want just that small. There we go. And then we are going to go ahead and cut our floss close, but not too close. I am going to go ahead and take off my bobbin and stick my needle in there. Take my rig off and show you our octopus. So this is the octopus now. He's almost too big for what I have going on here. Okay, there he is in all his full glory. He's looking good, he's looking good. So this is what he will look like. You can see we got that tip done tonight. And we finished filling that in today. And there. We got so much done. There's that part I missed. And ready? Here he is. There's the end and where we're at. So he is looking hot. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Let's see if there's anyone on that we can raid. I'm going to try not to drop you off in nowhere land. But everything's working really slow. Okay, so being a Friday night, it looks like... Okay, we're going to drop you over at Moomy. He's doing Paladins. He has 4 viewers, so we're going to go ahead and show him a little bit of love. Raid. Pick a channel. And we are going to start our raid. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And I will be back again tomorrow night. So I hope that you are able to join me, and we will continue on our Mandala octopus. Man, he looks good. So it looks like I'm going to be raiding in about 10 seconds. But I appreciate you coming by, and I hope to see you tomorrow evening. Bye-bye, friends.